and sit down.
アンソニーとしても知られているザ・スーパービラン、マイケルとしても知られているザ・ミラクル。
Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Rushdown Radio. I'm Michael.
And I'm Anthony.
And today we're talking about what is the best fighting game on the market.
I did not expect you to do that.
Well, you didn't.
You need to warn me before you get that dramatic.
I'm not. So, there's a lot of fighting games out. Like, tons of fighting games. Like, whatever tickles your fancy, there's something for you. So.
You like Pokemon? You got Pokken Tournament.
Pokken Tournament's so good.
You like stereotypes? You got Street Fighter. You like not as bad stereotypes? You got King of Fighters.
If you like gore, you have Mortal Kombat.
If you like one really long rock musical, you got Guilty Gear.
Oh. One long rock musical. Really?
Look at them. Look at them and tell me they don't look like a giant rock opera.
I can't refute that because a lot of that music does sound like rock opera. But that's neither here nor there. So there's fighting games for everybody. So we're going to talk about what we think is the best ones out right now.
Let's see. And this is from a biased opinion. I'm sorry. But I'm going to say Street Fighter 5.
Is that before or after the last update?
You know what? We're going to say after. Now that it's finished.
It's done. Now it's complete.
It's finished. In its complete state.
Complete. Something.
In its current state, I feel like it's one of the best, if not the best, or at least my favorite.
And why is that?
So, one, it didn't feel like a game I had to, like, completely learn or lose a foundation for, really. Like, that's one. Two, I just really, really like Street Fighter. Always have.
Mm-hmm.
3, this cast of characters is probably one of its better ones post-DLC.
Yeah.
Or even pre-DLC, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it did have a lot of variety for, like, different types of playstyles.
Yeah. And, you know, especially now that it's post-DLC, we see the entire cast. It's a pretty good cast. It's not ridiculously huge, but it's not really small either.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people said that 16 characters was small when we had when we were used to stuff like maybe 12 or 8 characters or something like that.
Yeah, I remember 8.
Yeah. Remember 8? That was a thing.
We came a long way since 8.
Yeah, now people think that 16 is small. Get out my face.
But then the question comes in, is it more of a quality versus quantity? Because you have a lot of like filler characters that happens when you have cast that big.
Yeah, you do. We can't all be King of Fighters.
Can't all be King of Fighters. So you're saying Street Fighter 5 post DLC in its current state is the best fighting game out.
Mm-hmm.
I can partially agree with that. My pick would easily be Guilty Gear Revelator. I think it has everything a fighting game is supposed to have. It has single player content for people who need that. It has a deep enough story mode, and it has a deep enough like core gameplay that's good for anybody who wants to play at a casual level or competitive level. So it gives you all variety. It gives the whole gamut of what a fight game needs.
And it does have one of the best tutorial modes ever.
That tutorial mode, that needs to be a standard. Like, because that's one of those things when it comes to fighting. They don't teach you how to play it. That's one thing about Part 4 I hated of Street Fighter. Like, they didn't teach you anything.
Yeah, it was like, do these missions.
Dude, they didn't even show you how to even do stuff. They just said, hey. Because some of those combos require specific timing and specific things to do in order to finish them. Which I'm glad Street Fighter 5 remedied that by having a demonstration for each particular like combo you had to do.
Not to mention, some of those missions were really impractical.
Very.
Like, there are things in that you just wouldn't do in a real fight.
Like, I remember one that always stuck out for me was the one for Cammy doing, like, 4 cannon strikes in one combo. The EX one. I'm like, why would you even do that?
That sounds like a waste of meter.
That's a waste of meter, but that was a try. That was one of the higher level ones, too.
That's dumb.
Very dumb. I never forgot that. I mean, I guess they're trying to teach you how to do the TK cannon strike, but at the same time, like, you would never do that many in one succession. Like, 1 is fine. Maybe 2. You're trying to be fancy. But 3, that's excessive.
Now, when we're talking missions, I feel like the best mission mode out right now, outside of Guilty Gear, because Guilty Gear's mission mode is different.
Yeah.
It's not just do a combo.
Yeah,
no,
it's like, just learn, like, setups and, like, different maneuvers and stuff, and like different things, abilities a character has, and how to like utilize them carefully.
So that's like learning the game. But if we're talking learning a character, I feel like KOF has one of the better mission modes, because one is they're pretty simple, they're very doable, but they give you an idea of what you should be doing with a character.
True.
So I think I would applaud 14 for that. The other thing is I wouldn't applaud them for right now is that nobody knows how to play that game right now.
Yeah.
Except like the tournament level people. And even then it's like
They haven't, I don't think they implemented a really good tutorial system. The tutorial system is very bare bones to that game.
Their tutorial system is how to play a KOF game, not how to play KOF 14.
Exactly. I thought 13 had a way better one because they taught you how to do drive cancels and stuff, which that was a big system for that game. And now it comes to this new game. Having that taken out of the game makes everything feel like you're starting over from scratch.
Like, they tell you what you need to do in text, but what's better is to, have us practice it.
Yeah, that would be useful.
And even in the mission modes, they only have, like, maybe 1 or 2 drive cancel, like, combos.
Yeah.
So it's still difficult to learn to do.
Yeah, I feel like they really didn't help people get, off the ground, learning how to play this game. Which probably be a downfall for this game, too, because
I think the only downfall of this game is going to be the same thing that took down 13, and that was the online.
Yeah, they're probably patching it again, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Let's see. The other game I could think of on Horizon that might be really great would probably be Tekken 7, but that's depending on everything else I've seen, because so far I've only played it a little bit, and the gameplay is great. That's always been a thing for Tekken, but what else is going to be there? Like what is that mode? Tekken Force mode has always been like a really big polarizing thing for Tekken. Like Tekken 3 was great, and after that it kind of went really south.
Yeah, Tekken 6, you had to play as Lars.
I mean, I love Lars, but that was really boring to play with him only. Like, I would prefer to be able to have like different like chapters or something where you play with different characters. Alyssa to be your partner. Yeah, that wasn't fun. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do the story mode in 7.
It's already gonna be top 3. Akuma's playable. That's all I really need.
That's all you needed.
They gave me a character with quarter circles in this game, so that's fine by me.
So what do you think is holding other games back from being great?
All right, let's see. So what held Street Fighter V back from its greatness was the fact that it took this long to finish it.
Okay.
If it had come out like this at launch, barring the characters, it would have been great. I think people would have been a lot more satisfied with it.
Probably, because that story mode is really good compared to a lot of other game story modes.
Yeah. I mean, the characters, I think you could have taken them or leave them, and it still would have been pretty good. But if it came out as it was, or as it is, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear. The only thing I think holds that back is the community playing it online.
Yeah. Which is weird.
It doesn't have the greatest online modes, really.
It doesn't. And
its online interface is kind of weird.
It is. It's really hard to navigate sometimes to try to figure out how to get to a match. Of course, if you're used to playing like Arc Sys Works games, you're used to this weird like infrastructure for the online. But if you're not, you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Because I feel like Street Fighter V is really easy.
Yeah, you just click what you want and you sit there.
Yeah, you wait. You can play training mode, whatever you want to do, and then if somebody wants to match you, boom. Which is very similar to how DOA did their online. Because they have a similar thing like that, too, where you just wait for somebody to rank you.
You ranked casual, you sit and wait. That's it.
What's holding back Mortal Kombat? Because that's like one of those weird anomaly games.
I feel like the thing that holds it back is that it's so much different to play.
Okay.
It's like Tekken on the 2D plane. Yeah, you got to know your links and your combos and things like that. I'm not going to say it's a difficult game to play. It's just, it may be a little too different for a lot of other people.
Yeah, I think, because we're so used to quarter circles and all this stuff from a lot of other games, this comes out and it's really not like any conventional fighting game, really. Aside from being 2D and,
And then you got so much stuff to manage. You got to have a stamina button.
Yeah.
And, your run meter, your run canceling, all that stuff. It's I won't say it's overwhelming, but I think the barrier of entry is, I would say, intermediate. While you have other games available to you that have like pretty good barriers of entry.
Yeah, that lets you get into the game a lot easier than when Mortal Kombat does right now. Does it even have a tutorial mode?
I don't think it does. I'm not sure. I don't see one.
I have to look into that.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, don't quote us on that. What else is another big fighting game? Oh, Blaze Blue's coming out. Yay.
Yeah.
So Central Fiction will be coming out soon. I'm a little bit hyped, only because of the new characters they added. But I know that it's just playing tricks on me. So I know after I get over the hype of these new characters, I'm going to get bored with the game and be done with it.
The character I want to play has already been called low tier.
But you play Fong in Street Fighter 5, so that should be like...
I know. But see, I feel like I'm competent in Street Fighter. So
okay.
tiers won't matter to me as much. I at least want to get a foothold
into
in Blaze Blue. With a decent, not even a top tier character, just a decent character.
And that game has so much stuff in it as far as mechanics are concerned.
And the character I really wanted to play, he already seems like he sucks. I've seen a lot of him, and he seems like he's terrible.
Dang, that's unfortunate.
Very.
I hope S and the other girl, the new one they just added, doesn't suck.
Of course, it's all early stuff, and people are just learning how to play the character. Maybe he'll turn out to be better once people understand the game better. But I mean, I'll play it. I don't know if I'll buy it day one like I would the other Blaze Blue games.
All right, so our picks for best fighting game out right now is for me Guilty Gear and for Anthony Street Fighter 5, hands down.
Yeah.
Maybe Tekken will change my way I think when it comes out in early 2017, but who knows?
You know what's weird? We forgot all about Pokemon Tournament. That's
another game that's really weird and hard to classify sometimes.
Because it has no community.
I mean, it does. I mean, there's still tournaments for it. It's a game that we didn't expect to have such a community that it does have, and then it's kind of like you forget about it because it's not as big as other ones.
I'll probably jump back into it when Darkrai becomes a thing.
Yeah, maybe it just needs more Pokemon. I mean, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you guys think is the best fighting game out? Do you think it's, Blaze Blue? Do you think it's KI? Do you think it's some game on the PC that we haven't ever heard of? Like Yagatarasu or something?
Ew.
Let us know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and go to our Facebook page and our website. And we will see you next episode.
人心運